In regards to script writing is a very fickle medium with the amount of people involved in it and how essentially you can be replaced overnight by a director who feels the need to bring in a different writer to write a script in the way they see fit, or one that attributes more to what the producers or whatever other person in power wants. You may get paid for the initial script, but they don't bring you back for future versions because technically they own the script. So it's best to, verse yourself in other forms of writing or whatever other mediums you wish to involve yourself in. I myself personally I've involved with other writing mediums. For example, my Little Star script was based on a short story that I had previously written. This is something I intend to do going forward as well, and it has been accomplished in the professional world as well. For instance, the Academy Award-winning screenwriter John Ridley, who wrote the script for 12 Years a Slave, which is the reason he's called an Academy Award winner. He is also a novelist who has 7 published works. The next piece of business is the pitfalls I encountered this year, for instance, timing and planning. When it came to the interviews for the first one, I only managed to accomplish 2 interviews, because the third interview never took place due to unforeseeable circumstances involving illness and, fortunately, poor timing. The same thing could also apply to the script club planning. Illness and poor use of time was ultimately what condemned both of those, even though I still passed the interviews. This is brought up in my blog post, Pitfalls and Reflections, where I talk about what I could have done and what I'm going to do. Formulating a planned strategy of what you're going to accomplish within a given assignment is very important, and it's very necessary that you do this at the beginning of your assignment. Form a plan, look over your brief, and outline what it is you need to do then and there. Because time will not stand still for you. You must plan it right there and implement it when you can. The reason I say when you can is because you will face pitfalls. There will be unforeseeable circumstances that throw you off, which is why it's important to formulate a backup strategy. So when the unforeseeable does happen, and it will, you have a plan in place to deal with the situation. Now, obviously, this won't account for every single variable, and certain instances will have more weight than others. I'm not saying if someone dies, you should have a backup plan for that, because that's a variable I don't think anybody plans for. But I myself could have saved myself a lot of trouble if I had a backup strategy planned and in place for when the unforeseeable happened. Which is why implementing your strategy as quickly as possible will be essential to helping you. No pressure though. But if you take anything else from this, just know, if you have a plan in place, you act on it, and it gets done, you'll feel a lot better about yourself in the end. Trust me, I've been there. As for the future of the plans for the future, my 3rd year and onwards, I plan to continue my Student Script Room blog, where I can share my experiences with other students, which I hope will help them to achieve what they want to achieve in the regards to media production or any other medium they're a part of. Most likely media production, because student script. Anyway, I also want to continue to write scripts and other forms of literature and find alternative methods to expose my works to the right kind of people through the various outlets that I have mentioned in the past, such as the Shooting People, subreddit, and the BAFTA. Beyond that, I also have intentions to apply for a Daiwa Foundation, which is a foundation to support a scholarship to go to Japan to study in the country. A good point of note in regards to this is, if this was me from, say, a year ago or 2 years ago, I would have never seized that opportunity. But as it stands now, I've noticed the opportunity has been presented before me, and I've taken hold of it. I'm going to pursue it. I think that says a lot for how far I've come and how far I intend to go in the future.